Alison, you're furthest travelled.
Okay, my name is Alison Currie. I come from the Terrace, 5 Montrose Terrace originally. And my father was Andy and my mother was Mary. And I live in Canada now, in Quebec. I am now married to, well, have been married to for the same man for 41 years. And we both emigrated to Canada when we were basically teenagers. And that's it.
Stewart, your family's got a long connection with Whiting Bay as well.
Yep, Stewart Cook, son of Hamish and May Cook. Born in Glasgow, but raised here. Went to school, Whiting Bay Primary, and stayed in Ireland until I was about 17 before I moved away to Glasgow. Now married, 2 kids, and still come down here regular.
Just to let everyone aware, Stewart and myself were in the same class from primary 1 till the day we left, and we've stood beside each other on every school photograph, I think, except for one.
And every bar.
Yeah, every bar. Yeah, we'll
So
come to these
funny. We
stories
were
in a few
talking about
minutes. One of the things that we all enjoyed, and people have spoke to earlier, was going to school in Whiting Bay and how it developed our lives. Yes. And one of the people involved in that was John MacDonald, and I think we've all got our own memories. Alison, have you got any?
Loved the man. Loved the man. He treated us all with respect, basically. We weren't children, we were future grown-ups. He taught us, I'm going to cry because he was lovely. We basically used to stand and look at the window and go, oh, it's a nice day. Okay, let's go to the beach. And we'd be on the beach learning all about birds and the lava rock in front of the school and all sorts. He was just a wonderful teacher, and he never allowed us to slack, really. But he taught us so well that if you didn't know a word, you had to look it up. He wouldn't tell you, but he did love his cup of tea or his coffee in the morning, and he'd sit there with his pipe and his newspaper and read the newspaper to us. And then at the end of the week, we had a general knowledge quiz about what, and we learned by not knowing we were learning. Yeah. He was such a lovely guy.
Sure.
That's exactly, it was a very unorthodox way of teaching. He used to sit there with his newspaper up. Yeah. His dog lying under the desk. I don't know if you remember that.
I forgot the dog.
And then he would peer over the paper and he would find something and you would start learning about it.
Yeah.
But another thing was the ships going down the sea with the telescope.
Mm-hmm. I heard about that today. I'd forgotten about that.
Identify the funnel in the ship and the cargo it had and what country it was going to.
Yep.
And then from that you would go into the capital of that country and the cargo and the politics of that country. As you say, you were learning without actually knowing you were learning.
You didn't know you were learning, no.
But if you're out of place, so I'll take my slipper, remember?
Oh, you threatened
you
me.
You get away with that now.
He threatened me with a belt. I can't remember if it was me and Hazel Knowles and someone else, and he said, right, girls, get up here, and the belt gets thrown on the table. And I remember looking at him going, you're not hitting me. And that was in the old school before the new school was built. My dad will be mad if you hit me. And he sat there just trying to be angry. And then he just burst out laughing and said, oh, go back to your chairs. And that was it. Because I said, you're not hitting me.
Yeah. I think you'll find most people of our kind of generation have got a reasonable kind of general knowledge.
Yes.
And it was learnt in that way.
It was learned in that way, yeah.
But and the other side was, let's go for a game of rounders. A game of rounders out the back.
Oh, yeah, we'd always end up in the wee grassy bit at the back and you'd be out there doing hopscotch or long jump. Let's learn how to do these before we have our sports day. as he leaned on the wall with his pipe.
My memories of rounders was I was sent to stand at the back one day and I was bored. So if you remember with the rubber ball that was thrown about.
Yeah.
So I went inside and got another 2 rubber balls and threw it in amongst everyone that was playing.
So you
and total chaos and confusion reigned that they had to stop the game, but he found it funny.
I know that I was going to say he would never have been angry. I thought that was just a great caper. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I ever saw him angry. He just tried to be angry, and he couldn't do it.
No, he couldn't do it.
He couldn't do it.
You ever been caused? Did you ever the slipper out at you? I went there primary school.
I get threatened with it a few times, but obviously being such a good pupil, no, I and it was never actually used.
So on Facebook recently with a wee incident, we were talking about a fire that had happened up at Branham and started it. But then we got to discussing between us about an incident in Holy Isle. Do you have any recollection of that?
Yes, I kind of get vague memories. I made a trip over to Holy Isle one time, and I think it was around about 12, 13 years old. And I think it was Lane Grant I was with. It was either Lane Grant or Richard Scott. I can't remember who it
Just
was.
point out it wasn't me.
It wasn't you for a change. And whether we were smoking or we had matches, we'd say that a fire happened.
Okay.
A fire happened. And we tried to put the fire out with jackets on. We tried to put the fire out with the jackets.
Jackets waiting fire.
And it just spread.
Oh,
and
right,
I just remember seeing there was all these boats coming over from Mumlash, loads of them, and they're all with the fire beaters. And they were running up the hill, and this spread, this covered a good few square miles.
Oh,
And it was about 9 o'clock at night before it went out.
oh,
We were
you
black in the face.
baddie.
The police came to the door. My mother wasn't too happy. But for our punishment for doing that, we get sent to Holy Isle every Saturday to clean up the beach and to help out. It was run by the Wildlife Centre at the time, which really wasn't so much of a punishment. It was actually...
You enjoyed it.
It was actually not. We learned a lot as well. It
I'm going to
actually
say
wasn't a...
you learned about the environment, all the garbage that people throw in the out that. Yeah.
On another thing, I don't even know if David knows this one. There was another...
Flags.
There was... Well, I hadn't forgotten. No, there was another incident with fire, and we were playing down at Point House, myself, my brother Angus, and Robert Haddo, and we found a big drum of petrol, and we thought, we've seen these people making petrol bombs and things, we'll try and make one of them. As you do when you're younger.
As you do when you're a bad boy.
But I ended up getting burnt.
Oh, gee.
And I ended up, my trousers caught fire, the petrol gets spilled. And I ended up in hospital for nearly 2 weeks.
Oh, for
But my
God.
mother never knew the full story.
Well, I'll talk to Robert when I see him because he lives in Ottawa.
I'll ask you about that
I
story.
will. I'll
Robert's
say
here
the
today
next
as well,
time. I'll say.
Can I just can I go off a wee bit? Just when Robert Haddo's name came up, there was another incident with myself, and my brother Angus and Robert Haddo, and we were in Whiting Bay, and we're in the village. And we must have been about we're still at primary school. And my mother had just bought us new anoraks, myself and Angus. And Johnny Kelso's parked outside Joe's, the tractor and the dung spreader on the back. Johnny, can we get a lift? Don't be silly, boys, I've got the dung spreader on, you're not going in that. We'll be all right. Can we just get a lift along to the terrace? You can't go in there. Johnny will be all right. Aye, on you go. We'll stand. So we did, we got in the back, right? And Johnny took off for Joe's, and the three of us went flying back.
Right into the muck.
Aye. So we were there. So we went up to Ellingown where the Haddos were staying. And Mrs. Haddo was there, and she went crazy. She wouldn't let us in the house.
No, I wouldn't either.
Robert get pulled in, and myself and Angus get sent away. We had to go down and face the music down at my mother.
One of the great characters of Whiting Bay was your brother Angus, who sadly passed away a couple of years ago.
Yeah, he was quite well known for his
Sense of humour.
his sense of humour and his quizzes and his kind of unique style. He enjoyed a wee drink now and again as well. Yeah.
I didn't really know him. It's your dad. I remember your dad and all the plays. And he was so much into all that kind of stuff.
It's just a shame a lot of that hasn't been kind of documented.
I
in
know,
film.
I know,
You know, as
I
you
know.
could do that now, because even my wife and my kids, I've never seen that.
Yeah, because he
My father
was fabulous.
He was a very quiet man round about the house. He was involved in all sorts of things. But when he got onto stage, he was...
Drama. Yeah, he was just brilliant.
He was very good.